What's up, boys? Welcome to episode 302 of the Chumpcast. Many of you will recognize the guy to my right on the screen as Brick, but we got a new face with us. Say hello.
Hey, what's up, man? I'm Jason. I guess in the chat and the Discord, which you can join if you support the Patreon, highly recommend. I'm Comics Misexplained on there, so good to be here on the show. Thanks for having me.
The weirdest meme maker I've ever fucking met.
yeah, I get out there sometimes. Sorry, yeah.
Well, cheers. Thanks for joining.
We get some liquid encouragement there, and some funny weird stuff.
Hey, I'll join you. Cheers to that. Smithers,
Cheers,
what are you, some sort of pussy that's not drinking at 9 in the morning?
Fuck. All right, vamp for a second. I gotta get a beer.
Yes, yes. We want to see you cross-eyed. We want to see you go wonky-eyed, and
The power.
everyone can smash Smithers icons in the chat.
The power of peer pressure never fails to get Smithers to drink a beer.
Yeah.
How else is he supposed to fix things at his house if he doesn't have a bunch of beers in his body, you know?
I fix things better when I've had a few.
Exactly.
Also, shout out to Cakeworthy for this shirt. That is my new favorite shirt immediately. I saw this, and I on the first website that I looked at, they were sold out, and I just searched the internet up and down until I could fucking find it.
It's a bitchin' ass. It's a bitchin' ass Ned Flanders as the devil.
Yeah. This is from the Forbidden Donut Treehouse of Horror episode, where Homer sells his soul, and he sees Flanders as the devil, and it's this first words out of Flanders' mouth. It's never the one. It's always the ones you least expect. But anyways, yeah. So Jason's here because Mark told us to fuck off and went to San Diego for Comic-Con.
Yeah, I know. I'm very jealous. I saw his pictures. I joined his other Discord that he's betraying us on, and yeah,
I don't even know that
he's having a good time, and he's getting some art done and stuff by certain comic artists, and
I wonder why
I'm jealous. It's great. It looks awesome.
Yeah. Wonder why he's not doing any Chumcast stuff out there. I didn't even know he was out there, to be honest.
I can be your guys' Mark. You got to do this. You'd be like, I just bought some statues, and my wife's watching the kids, so I'm gonna don't tell her I bought this, but
quick, give me a really bad opinion.
DC is just they're gonna take over eventually. Shazam 2 and Black Adam is
Adam's gonna win an Oscar.
Yeah.
He texted me middle of the day yesterday. I was playing D&D, and it was a picture of him and our old friend Dustin Wynn, who is a brilliant watercolor artist. Does some great stuff, Ascender, Descender, and tons of stuff that they're still turning into movie. Sorry?
Mark got a great Robin done by him, commission, and it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Who
and
is he there with? Is he just meeting TP out there or something? Or TP moved to San Diego recently.
I think he did, but also he just won this trip, so he's out there.
He won it?
Yeah.
He's with the short box crew. They're like mainly, I guess, focused on CGC, like comics and stuff like that, and grading. And it's like their own app you can buy and sell on there, like exclusively just CGC slabs. I have some, but like I'm not a big guy like that. I mean, I think eventually I'll get a CGC subscription, especially now that Secret Wars comes out. So I'm sure my Secret Wars #1, very cherry copy. I'm sure it could be a 9.8 candidate. I'm very timid though to get a subscription and send it in, because I heard rumors of them like switching out comics and then giving you like a 9.4 or a 9.2 instead of the one you sent in. But I mean, that could just be like someone who's bitter about getting a bad grade. Allegedly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think if I was to do that, I'd make like a little mark somewhere like in the middle of it, so like they couldn't see it, like, I don't know. So I know it's mine, and then look for it and be like, yo, this is the one I sent you.
Like the spy ink that you can only see with a certain glass.
Like maybe like in like the middle, like the paper, and like carve like a little line somewhere on there. Like, I don't know.
And then they would send you back a letter. Then this would have been a 10.0 if you would have marked.
They're catching that though,
it's like, except for this is a mark on the paper.
Yeah, so Mark fucked off to go to this, and can we talk about? It's not FOMO. I don't know what it is. It's some kind of anger, because obviously that everybody there gets to see trailers for shit, and then they write descriptions about it in articles. And it'd be so much better if you just showed everybody the fucking trailer. Then we could all talk about it.
Yeah, I think that started with me with D20 this past year for all the Star Wars stuff. And I was like, where's the trailers? Like, where are they, man? And then I was like, oh, it doesn't work like that? I'm like, okay. And then this one, SDCC, man, it's like, I kind of half-heartedly expected this much stuff to come out. I did not expect like this whole entire slew of like Marvel and DC stuff, like this many to come out. I thought we'd get like 2 or 3, not like the next 2 phases. That's completely insane to be there though. Like Keanu Reeves was there, like, it was like a big show, and I'm very jealous like that I didn't get to go. It was the biggest spectacle. I wish like I'd be able to see again. I feel like C2E2 and NYCC are always like the greatest, but I guess SDCC has been getting some big fandom over the years, and that's like the one to go to, I guess.
It's wild to me that Disney can have their own convention where they release a ton of shit and also dominate the biggest convention on the circuit.
I made a meme that I haven't like
Crazy.
posted yet, but it's like it's just
Who is
very,
shitting on what? Like, who
very
is literally
digitally, like-
defecating onto something?
it's a very digital, like it's what I mean. It's been you've seen in a while, but I mean it's been out there this past week or two. It's like it's just a guy puking, it's like a cartoon, but it's like, I said something like DC during the MCU panel H, outside, there's like all these announcers like, oh my god, what are we gonna do?
They thought they were going to win the weekend.
Yeah.
Whoops. Yeah, apparently there was a new Black Adam trailer too, but we don't get to see that.
Yeah.
I'm going to
should
play
we
a
talk
drop
about
so
some
we
of
can
the-
talk about a little
should we
bit
talk-
more news.
News to us. Boop.
All right, Brick, what'd you say?
Do we want to talk about the movies announced for Phase 5 and 5? Did they do Phase 6?
Yeah, they did 2 movies, 3 actually for Phase 6.
Ooh, well, should we talk about some of the movies that they
Go for
that
it.
they
What you
dropped?
got? You got a list in front of you?
I do. So we have starting off with Phase 5. We're starting with Quantum Mania, which is the Ant-Man movie.
Ant-Man.
Oh,
And
I
then
do want
we-
to say before you keep going, I'm sorry to interrupt
Go
you,
ahead.
but like the last movie for Phase 4 is Wakanda Forever,
Ooh.
Black Panther 2, and that trailer released as well, and I was surprised at how good it looked. I was expecting nothing. I thought, I'm like, what are they going to do? We've heard nothing of this movie, and what are they going to do without Chadwick Boseman? I wasn't a fan that they were going to say that, I think possibly they're going to say, T'Challa and Black Panther's dead. And I was like, what? I'm one of the few people that think they should recast T'Challa. There's a good amount of people that think
Our
that
guy
same as
E-Man
well.
he's the big push. He was in like the New York Times and shit for.
Yeah, I completely agree with him. That's he has the right mindset behind the character's legacy and everything. Like the character transcends the actor. No matter how great Chadwick Boseman was, he's amazing and did so many great things in real life and was a great person. But like Black Panther, as a character and persona, like transcends the actor.
How many fucking
and,
Batman have we had?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Spider-Man and everything
Hulk.
else. Just fucking recast it.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Right. Absolutely. So, I just want to say that was the last movie of Phase 4 is Wakanda Forever. Do you want to continue on Phase 5?
Oh, can we back up though, because the
Yeah.
song intro for that was "No Woman, No Cry" turning into Kendrick was the first time I watched it. I was like, and then I watched it again. I was like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Same. And apparently today the prologue from the soundtrack, it said prologue song is released today. I don't know what that means. So apparently there's some kind of song that's released today from Wakanda Forever.
Okay.
Well, back to the continuity, even like War Machine, they switched
Yeah.
the actors within the MCU universe to begin with. So it's
Thank
like,
God, dude. Terrence
Yeah.
Howard is on one.
Nuts.
hustle and
Isn't-
flow.
isn't he
baby,
trying to,
hustle and
like,
flow.
Is he trying to sell some kind of like weird mathematics thing to like
Well, yeah,
some country
and
in
now, well, he
Africa?
wrote a book on it, and now
Yeah.
he's trying to con people in Africa out of what little money they have. He's a real piece of shit,
Yeah, he's weird.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
So then, what do we know about the Secret Invasion?
Skrulls.
Scrolls, yeah, which is fun because like it's I try to think of like who in the past MCU stuff do we think is a scroll. That's kind of a fun game to play.
Mhm.
Which
I'm not
was,
sure
like-
how deep it's going to go, because the comic it's like, it goes back so many years. This was actually this character. This character is actually a scroll, and that's so fun. It's like the Thing or like who done it, who is who.
Yeah, and they
But-
can
but
do that too because
They
it's
could, yeah,
like
they can
just
really
a Disney
retcon a
TV
lot of
show.
stuff. Yeah,
and they go ahead. Yeah.
my biggest grip about like Secret Invasion, the comic series, was like they could have said Hank Pym was actually a scroll the whole time, and that's why he beat his wife. And they could have redeemed the character, but like, nope, let's not fix that. Let's
No,
just-
you wear
go
that
out
like a
here.
fucking scarlet letter.
yeah, totally, yeah. So, well, I mean, so they could retcon a bunch of stuff with this potentially, but I think I'm glad they announced that it's part of Phase 5 because that gives it more like hype for me and potential. Because I feel like they might know what they're doing from here on. I mean, I'm sure they did before with Phase 4, but for me, I was okay with Phase 4, but I watched everything just to know because I already watched everything before. So
That's the thing, is you can't escape these fucking movies anyways. You're going to watch them.
I haven't seen Miss Marvel yet, which I don't know why I haven't started
I actually
that one.
liked it more than Moon Knight.
Really?
Yeah, just because for me it was fun seeing all the cultural differences and I guess like religious wise too, and religious customs and different scenery. It shows like Pakistan and India and stuff, and all the characters, side characters, the family and stuff had so much personality, and they were like actual real characters, as opposed to like Moon Knight. It's like, oh, I'm a fumbling Englishman. What do I do? Oh, I'm British. Oh no,
Isn't
spilled
it?
coffee again. No, I will not turn into Moon Knight. No, no. Every single episode, it's like, oh my god, can we get this fumbling idiot out of here? So,
Wow.
yeah.
Tell me how you really feel.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, dude. I was so disappointed in Moon Knight just because I love that character, and I want to see some fucking crazy brutal stuff happen, and I love him. Like he's just nuts in the comic, and the Jeff Lemire run was amazing, and it just the show did not deliver for me. But a lot of people do love that show for whatever reason. So.
Okay. So after Secret Invasion, we got Guardians of the Galaxy, which I liked. I wanted them to have more Guardians of the Galaxy Thor crossover, but
Yeah,
I feel like
too.
they did it for Thor Love and Thunder. I felt like, I guess because they're doing two different identities for movies.
Apparently, they showed a trailer for Guardians 3, and I guess we see a baby raccoon. What's his name?
Rocket.
Yeah, apparently there's a baby rocket in there that we see. So I don't know.
Interesting.
Amazing.
Mhm.
What do you
Well,
think about Echo?
I'm actually
What is
hyped
that,
for
though?
that. I'm actually hyped for that because apparently it's from the creators or writers of the Daredevil show from Netflix. So and the Daredevil show apparently coming up that they announced is like different writers. So I'm kind of worrisome about that. So we'll see who appears in Echo. But
So Echo's a
At least we
more
know.
recent character that is
An
Deaf.
adopted daughter of Kingpin?
Yeah, she's. So the one I remember was I want to say the Zdarsky run, where she was introduced. This is a more recent
No.
character, right?
yeah, it is. Yeah, it wasn't Zdarsky that made her. I forget who it was.
99. It's 1999. It seems like that was the first appearance.
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause
Daredevil.
Zdarsky did his first Daredevil run like a year or two ago. It's still going on right now.
Okay.
He's like the newest Daredevil writer, which is fantastic. But yeah, I forgot who created Echo. But yeah, you're right. She's a new character.
Notable aliases Ronin and
Yeah, I
Phoenix.
think she was actually technically the first Ronin.
You think they're going to tie that into somehow getting Hawkeye involved here? Or?
Do I think that
Probably.
Disney will tie together these characters that are always tied together? Which is what Disney does, is tying things together.
With the Hawkeye show, man, I wish it was just like it showed just what Hawkeye did while he was Ronin, the whole show. But I just really like.
That'd have to be on like the After Dark, I think.
Yeah, right.
He's probably
really
like
enjoyed
doing
Haley Atwell,
blow
though.
and getting hookers and stuff too.
Yeah, you see that one meme where it was like a screenshot from Gambit from the animated X-Men show, and it's the top said something like Hawkeye in the TV show, and at the bottom it says like, I blame all the Asians or something. Just he decided to like kill them for no reason, like for taking out his family. It wasn't even them that took out his family, he just like placed the blame on them for whatever reason.
Oh,
Speaking of multiverse, though, there is a timeline where there is a Disney After Dark where all these movies are just like gory and bloody as shit.
Yeah, pure HBO Max shows. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
They just put
Oh,
both
yeah.
Deadpool movies and Logan on Disney Plus, so
Yeah.
they're leaning that way. They're just kind of
Yeah.
dipping
After
their
Dark.
toes a little bit.
Yes, the first they put on the Netflix, Disney shows, and then this. So I'm getting very excited. I'm very timid about Deadpool 3. It's the same, I guess, writer from Free Guy and the one with the kid, which are I think very mid and not very
Sean
good.
Levy.
Yeah. So my expectations for Deadpool 3 are very low, but unfortunately, but
You'll
for
still go
Logan-
see it. Fuck you.
yeah,
Of
yeah,
course.
you know it. Yeah, for sure.
Of course. Did you guys hear the rumors about Taran Edgerton potentially playing Wolverine?
They've been saying
Yeah,
that shit for
that'd be cool.
years.
That'd
Yeah,
be
but
cool.
how do we feel about that?
I like that better than Harry Potter.
Oh, by
That
a
people wanted.
million,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, way better, dude.
I
I
just started
like
watching.
I like
Black-
Daniel Radcliffe as an actor.
as an actor, not as Wolverine.
Yeah,
Dude,
right.
he's furry, short.
No, I can't take him seriously, man.
But he's
just
not-
so tiny.
He just not. I don't think he can get as jacked as what
They would
Yeah, me too.
absolutely get him on HGH like that.
He can't get
Even
jacked,
with
dude. He's too tiny.
HGH. I don't
Yeah.
think he would be able to get to the level of jackness that needs to be Wolverine.
100%
Wolverine is a
he could.
fucking jacked-o-chan shredded.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen Taron Edgerton in the Blackbird show?
I'm not
right.
saying that
Apple
Taron
TV?
Edgerton couldn't do it.
No, I'm just saying. Have you seen the newest show?
No.
that he's in. He's in jail and trying to get a murderer to confess to murders that he's done in order to get him like free from jail. But anyway, he is fucking absolutely shredded in this show. And then after seeing some of the brawl fights and like prison fights that he was in, I was like, I could definitely see him being a Wolverine character that actually like not everyone's super butthurt about, but actually like happy that he's like a badass.
And he's like charismatic too, you know. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you know.
Are you
Daniel
telling me
Radcliffe
Harry
is
Potter's not fucking charismatic?
No, he's not, dude.
Please.
The most charismatic I've seen Daniel Radcliffe was in Lost City with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum or whatever. Like,
but he was good.
Yeah, as an
dude,
eccentric
I don't know.
eccentric billionaire. Yeah, he was fine for that.
Whatever, it
But
doesn't matter.
He's fine.
I still think Edgerton's going to be a way better Wolverine if that was the
Dude,
case.
I can take him more seriously, and he seems more aggressive. And I couldn't see Harry Potter being like that. I don't know, dude.
There's a small chance that Daniel Radcliffe would not be able to meet the level of jackness that is required to be Wolverine.
Yeah,
I think
you
you're
can't take that
underestimating modern drugs.
You can't take that risk. Maybe.
We'll do an experiment. We'll take him, and we'll see who.
Yeah.
Man, if I had the money for that kind of stuff and a doctor to do it for me, hell yeah. Why not?
Yeah, sure.
It's super
right.
why would you? Who cares?
You'd be working on your car. Like, who needs a car jack? You're just like,
yeah, dude, that'd be awesome. If you have the choice between being fucking massive and shredded or not.
Right. Why would
but then
you
having
not?
but then having just a dick that doesn't work and your balls are shriveled up, and then there's a lot of different downsides and brutal acne and brutal mood swings. There's a lot of different downsides.
That's only if you're like one of those guys who's on the stage. You're like Arnold Schwarzenegger or some shit. I'm not talking about that. You don't need to be that. I mean, Chris Hemsworth does it.
Well, then what's the point of doing it if you're not going to do it all the way?
So I have to
Work
either
out.
be the most jacked man on the planet or a fat piece of shit. Those are my options.
No, if you're going to take steroids, what's the point of taking steroids if you're not going to actually go for being the most jacked? Just work out if it's not that big a deal.
Well, in this case, I'd be going for a movie part. But anyways.
Fair enough.
Are you
Fair
done
enough.
with your list there?
No, actually, he named like 2 things.
We still have
We're like a
Loki
quarter way
season
through the
2. We
list.
got Blade. We got the Marvels. We got what's Ironheart?
That's
Ironheart is
Riri
like-
Williams.
She's gonna make her first appearance in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. They showed her in the trailer, and she's okay. I feel like it's a very derivative character. Unfortunately, I think I don't know. There's like other.
Ironheart. Is that like Tony Stark's kid
yes.
or something?
She's
No, it's not Tony
supposed
Stark's
not a
kid,
kid, but like a protege.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
she was
so
like
it's
in the
not like-
comics. I think she was trained by like his like AI. So
Yeah.
that'd be cool to see some Robert Downey Jr. hologram. Hopefully, maybe I don't know.
Tupac style,
Maybe.
yeah.
I'm really excited for Blade. That comes out like around my birthday, whenever it comes out.
Ooh, November 3rd.
See, that could be a chance for them to be more adult too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's Mahershala, right? Mahershala Ali.
Yes, I love that
I
movie
haven't.
so much.
I feel like I haven't seen him in a movie in a while.
so
He's been
sick.
making fucking Blade, dude.
Yeah, right.
Fuck yeah, I like that.
Actually, I think Blade starts filming this winter, like around
Oh.
December.
I saw him in the Green Book not long ago.
That was a while ago. That was like 2019, 2020.
Maybe he was chilling. I don't know.
Yeah,
What else
I
you got?
guess apparently. I mean,
Because
Blade
he was
has
in a shit
potential.
ton of.
Blade has
in a
potential with
shit
like
ton.
Moon Knight and like other combinations. Maybe we'll get a Werewolf by Night. You know.
I think they
So-
talked about that actually.
Yeah. What's it called? Midnight Suns. That'd be sick.
And then I guess we had Daredevil. We got Agatha.
Agatha
Well,
What's
Harkness.
the name? It used to be House of Harkness. Now it's Covenant Chaos.
Mm. Okay.
And then
I'll watch
Captain
anything with
America-
Catherine Hahn in it.
Yeah.
she's
Yesterday
funny.
was her birthday too. Shout out Captain Hahn.
And then we got Captain
New World
America,
Order.
New World Order.
Which is funny because I think New World Order was their fake name or their previous name for Winter Soldier, and they like changed it. So that's kind of fun they brought it back.
So basically, this is when Captain America jumps into a multiverse where like Hydra wins the war.
I don't know. I have no idea what it's going to be. I mean, at least we get Sam Wilson, as Captain America. We saw a little tease of it in the TV show, so that'd be cool to see him. The suit looks great. I think he's cool. We'll see
you
what he
think-
does.
Do you think we get Winter Soldier?
I hope so. I love Bucky.
I love Bucky,
I really
too.
do. Yeah.
What else is
His-
Sebastian Stan going to do? That's like his most lucrative deal.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really stoked for Daredevil Born Again from, it's named after the famous Frank Miller comic run. and that it was so like monumental, and it's just that's cool. They have the red and yellow costume, bringing it back, and they'll probably change the costume again by the time the show comes out. I don't know.
They don't have him credited for that in IMDb.
Oh wow.
Well, it just came out, so who knows?
Did you check out Phase 6, Brick?
No, I did not look at the Phase 6.
Jesus, we're gonna be here all fucking day.
Sorry. There's only 3 more that they announced for Phase 6. It starts with Fantastic Four, apparently coming out November 8th, 2024, and then to end it all, the end of Phase 6 is May 2nd, 2025, Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, and then November 7th, same year, Avengers: Secret Wars.
Wow.
So, and it's confirmed they're going to be directed by the Russo brothers. So
it's so wild to me that they have this planned out for like the next 10 years. And they, this is just what they're telling us, but they're already writing their next stories and stuff. But we saw Kang the Conqueror in Loki. Great character, and he was just arrogant as shit.
Oh, he was so good.
And that was the nice one.
So hyped. That was like the best ending of a show I've seen in a long time, man.
Loki really did. Finally, I feel like it unlocked what everybody wanted to have happen.
When King came out, I was like, I can't believe they did it. He's out. He's here. I can't believe they did it.
And they were originally going to have Loki be a standalone show until I thought that was what I heard. It was originally going to be a one-off, and then they were like, well, fuck that.
Everybody loved it.
Too.
Make me fucking alligator Loki show. Let's go.
All day.
Yeah. Croaky.
Hell yeah. All right. Let's talk about some trailers that we actually did get to see, though, and one of these is relevant, which is I Am Groot. This is going to sell so much goddamn merchandise, and
adorable.
So it's coming August 10th. 5-part miniseries. We have Vin Diesel, we have Bradley Cooper, so Rocket is there too. I don't know what to say about this. It doesn't seem like there's going to be an actual story.
It seems like it's just, I thought it was shorts, not like an actual miniseries.
Well, I don't know. When you say short, is it like 5 minutes? Is it 15 minutes?
It's like 10 to 15 minutes episodes, probably, I imagine.
Sure.
It's just like, I feel like just literally just a money grab for kids. It's like a Minions or type of thing where they can't talk, but like you can use them doing physical humor and like, oh, I'm a young baby tree that gets into that farts out little weird things, It's just like
good part in the trailer,
it's fine. It'll be cute and it'll be cuddly and it'll sell a bunch of merchandise. You're absolutely right. Because everyone loves baby.
Episodes?
5, but the tried and true trope of the little adorable things turning into brutal marauders that try to attack you is well used in this trailer.
I love that Baby Groot was like Gulliver in Gulliver's Travels. Like he's so tiny already, and there's like little tinier things that are like trying to attack him. It's just really funny to me.
So is it still Dom Toretto?
Yeah. Vin Diesel returns.
Vin Diesel. I love how I just call him Dom Toretto now. Not even fucking
whatever.
Name.
He's Dom.
All right, so that's sufficient on that. But Brick, here's your chance to talk about House of the Dragon's probably final trailer. I assume you actually watched this because there's going to be a ton of content here.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And I'm hesitant because they have the lore of dragons and Game of Thrones, and you have the Targaryen name behind you, and you have all the same cities and civilizations. I guess I'm excited to see like what they kind of tie in, if they tie in anything, other than just like locations and general lore from the beginning. But I am not excited for them to just start over with all these new characters and stuff like that, because I just know the first time we watched Game of Thrones, the first season, until like episode like 6 or 7, you're kind of like, this is good, but like, what the, who are
where's
these
it
people?
going?
What the fuck is going on? And then once you start, everything comes together, and all of a sudden you're absolutely hooked. But I'm hesitant that they can get that same level of intrigue and interest right off the bat just from all these new characters, and I just don't want them to run into the same issues where it's like, oh, it's everyone's fighting for the throne, and then it's this, that. I don't want it to be repetitive or redundant or whatever.
I've only watched one Game of Thrones. It was the very first episode.
I've seen a Game of Thrones.
A Game of Thrones, yeah. And I was like, wow, I just got introduced to like 12 or 15 characters, and I'm like, I'm out. I don't know what is going on. I cannot keep track of who is who. Like, is this the same person I just saw? Is this a new person? Like, what is happening?
And they all look the same.
Yes, exactly. And I was like, okay, I'm done. And I'm like, I'll get back to it later. And people are like, it's such a great show. And I'm like, I have other things I got to do.
You have to like tattoo their fucking names on their forehead if you want me to follow this.
Yeah,
that's how the
please.
books are too.
Yeah, well, at least with the book, at least they had a map in the very beginning where you're like, okay, I can see where everything is laid out and how everything's kind of progressing. And then they have like the names at each chapter is a different character. So
Every
it's easier to
like, book or series needs a map. You need to start your book with a map. And then you're like, okay, they got some lore here. And
exactly.
pay attention to that and refer to it constantly.
Constantly, yeah, especially with new names that they introduce and stuff like that. But yeah, you have to watch. I feel like personally, you have to watch Game of Thrones with someone who's already watched it in order for them to be like, yeah, that's what this family and they're trying to do this and this is them and this is why they're doing this and
which is the sign of a good show, obviously.
But you need help.
I don't know, but if you can get past that and you get into like the development of the characters that they had with the Game of Thrones series, then it is a sign of a good show because you're just like, holy shit, all of this does accumulate to greatness. So I hope they can get there. It's a high bar to clear if they're trying to get back. That's why they're bringing Jon Snow back because they're like, fuck, this was fine. This was good,
right?
Exactly. They're getting his own spinoff. They're like, yeah, this is good. We have the Targaryens, but like Jon Snow is just such a good character. Maybe we can just get more money with him because he's actually a good character. So
yeah, because blonde Matt Smith ain't gonna do it for me. I don't know what it is, but it's very unsettling to look at him with that hair and his face shaped the way that it is.
He's a good villain. He's going to be a good villain. You clearly are rooting against him in the show. It feels
well, like. I can't tell yet. Maybe that's a misdirect. I don't know. So this is a battle for the throne, obviously, because they always are. And oh my God, can we have a woman leader?
There's never been a woman on the throne.
Yeah, and this old biddy spot. Anyways, this is coming August 21st. Obviously, Sunday night HBO, so it'll have some money behind it. I don't know. The dragons look good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it looked all right. Yeah, I mean, I think the coolest part for me was one of the knights. I think he looked sick. He had like this awesome sick armor with like wings on the helmet and stuff. Really cool.
That's the bad guy. I think that's the villain.
Okay, and then I like the one actor. He usually plays like a crazy Eastern Ukrainian in movies or Eastern European and or a bad Russian. He's like he's one of the main guys. He's like I think he said something about his daughter. I'm not sure, but. Same actor. He was like the guy in Minority Report that changed his eyes, that changed Tom Cruise's eyes.
Oh, okay.
That guy.
Gotcha.
He's in there. I'm like, yeah, I like that guy. I might check this out. I think I should probably see a Game of Thrones first, but yeah.
So the one solace I do have with this is that they do have the actual funding from the previous series that like, all right, well, we are going to put the money into this to try and make it successful. So that's my one solace that I have with the series.
That's good. Yeah.
I can't tell if everyone's as mad about the finale as the people on the internet were, or if that's just like, you know, you're in an echo chamber of other people who are just spouting your same opinions back to you. So I don't know what the general populace feels about that, but that wrecked a lot of goodwill for me. I'm still going to give this a shot, but if it's bad, I'm not going to stick with it.
I rewatched Game of Thrones for a second time with Ashley, and I started to I liked the ending more than people let on.
I try not to just let everything that I read guide me, and I try to keep an open mind. Maybe some people might like it, but anyways.
Yeah. I mean, well, I guess related to that, earlier I was telling you guys about the show Lost. I saw Lost for the first time, and the same thing with me. The ending, I heard it was like not very good. I'm like, oh, I thought it was very fitting, and I thought it was pretty good. So yeah, don't let reviews and stuff, you know, turn your opinion.
Yeah, don't be scared to give something a shot.
Yeah.
Don't let us sway you.
Yeah. Unless you're going to go see Manchester by the Sea. Fuck that movie. Halloween Ends is a fucking lie of a movie title because this never ends. They're going to take $15 from me every year until I die. Is Laurie Strode the dumbest motherfucker on the planet?
Yeah, you could definitely just move out of Bumblefuck, Indiana, or wherever the hell you are.
Move to Hawaii.
A beach town, yeah.
Retire.
You know that man. You know that man's not catching a flight. You know, you're not like
walking underwater. You know, it's all slow.
Yeah,
he's not gonna make it through TSA.
Yeah, sir, you have to put your knife in.
That's ridiculous.
Seriously though, after the end of the last one, where he murders half the town after they have this big, like, rousing get together and get all their weapons and shit, and they think they got him, and he just stands up and fucking murders all of them. Can we give up? Just let him have the town.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I would rather see a movie where she's like, fucking, I'm moving to Hawaii. There's no way he's getting me here. And then all of a sudden it just shows Jason boarding a plane and then him like trying to like, sir, you can't check this knife.
It turns into It Follows without the STD aspect. Yeah.
Oh my God. You know, I don't want to like jump to a different trailer, but I sent you the trailer for Smile, and that's the exact same premise as It Follows, and which I loved. So I'm like, yeah, I'm in. But I'm sorry, back to Halloween.
Yeah, you can't kill Jason. Just fucking move away, you stupid. Anyways.
Yeah. In 15 years, it's going to be, Halloween ends, Prawl. He ends. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still going to see it. Fuck
Yeah,
me, man.
I'm
so brainwashed.
I've seen a Halloween. I've seen the first one. And
yeah, you're not missing
okay, that's pretty good.
You watched a Game of Thrones and a Halloween. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I got a lot of catching up to do when it comes to horror stuff. But yeah.
Honestly, I really liked the last one, especially because of the ending where Jason just goes off. But,
yeah, I guess what it was like the Avengers.
Jason. I've been calling him Jason. Michael.
Michael, yeah.
My bad.
As long as this one has just, when is Michael going to kill that motherfucker? Is he going to be like, finally, and then rips the mask off and was like, geez, trying to kill that bitch for years.
Oh, man, now I can finally go take a nap.
Yeah, he's just super flamboyant. Jeez Louise, that bitch would not die.
Yeah, I'd love to see maybe just from his perspective. He's like, finally, Jesus.
Yeah, it's like he's the hero who's going to get revenge.
Yeah,
it's the reverse John Wick.
If he doesn't kill her, it's like the end of the world, you know? It's like he has to kill her to save humanity, and just we don't know that.
Little do we know that she's been torturing him for 26 years, like just like being the biggest bitch of a sister of all time.
Calling and hanging up.
Yeah.
God damn it, Lori. Okay. Let's talk about Dungeons and Dragons, because that'll center us.
I was so surprised how good this looked, dude. I had zero interest in this, and then I was like, wow, this actually looks really good.
Well, you clearly have not seen the 2001 version with Jeremy Irons.
That's why, yeah.
Okay.
That swayed my opinion to like I had no interest, but like, you know, Chris Pine is in this. I was like, hell yeah. You said before he rolled a fucking 20 on charisma. He got it. He got it all.
He's too maxed out.
I am such a Chris Pine stan. I love that guy. I don't know what it is. Ever since, well,
would
I
you
love
kiss
Star
him?
Trek. I would kiss Chris Pine. Absolutely.
Same.
No
I wouldn't even question it.
Yeah, exactly. He'd be like, "Hey," I'd be like, "You want to kiss?
Oh, we doing this?
Is that how much charisma you have? I just want to like put my lips on your lips." No, Chris Pine's for some reason he's ultimate charismatic guy. He's like a cool leader, but he's also like silly enough where it's like he can pull off jokes and he can ask for help, but like in a funny way where he's still like the leader, but like I don't know. He just has that. He has excellent charisma and the loot at the end. You have to have the ultimate competence to just be like, I love that he's the leader, but he's also the
bard.
What's the bard who just plays music and he's just
dude,
like
the little flamboyant skip
around.
at the end. I was dying.
I love Chris Pine.
He's incredible. So this trailer is the movie's called Honor Among Thieves. So you get Chris Pine coming in being charismatic as fuck, a banging Zeppelin song, and Michelle Rodriguez being Michelle Rodriguez, who she can only be apparently. Justice Smith, who I don't remember seeing in anything since Detective Pikachu. Sophia Lillis is a tiefling, and there's just some wild shit in here. They threw in plenty of Easter eggs for anybody who's ever read a monster manual or anything. You know, you see the owlbear in there. There's a gelatinous cube. You got the mimic chest.
I think there's a lot of humor that they're gonna play off in this movie specifically.
Yeah.
Just because there's just so much, there's a lot of D&D lore out there that you can already kind of grasp from that just everybody just kind of knows. The gelatinous cube, always hilarious. Just like shit like that is, I think they're going to play into it a lot, and it's going to be a lot funnier than we think it's going to be.
I want to do a gelatinous cube costume.
Be glorious.
When I go to like my next convention, everybody has to say away from you. Nobody can breathe on you. You hang like a couple of plastic bones in there, and maybe like an old rusty sword.
It is perfect. It would have been a perfect COVID costume.
Exactly.
That's funny.
Plus, I just
Now
don't
it's
like people breathing on me. But yeah,
And now it's just a monkey paw or monkey
yeah.
whatever. Fluid.
Sliding doors. Yeah. This is coming
right,
March 3rd. I'm fully in on this, and I don't know if D&D
That's a while
needs
away.
another boost into the zeitgeist, because I think it's probably about as hot as it's been right now, and I don't know. There's some people
ever since Stranger Things came out, it just seems a lot more in the pop culture eye
Mhm.
than previously. I mean, it's been known, but like people started to like it a lot more ever since that came out, I think.
Well, I
Last year,
went to
too,
play a
actually.
game last night. Shout out to Joe for DMing that for us. And we were all talking about it, and like we were talking about how like, oh, I'm super glad that they did the Black Dragon, and like it was accurate because he was like the dumb shit, the nerd shit that nerds appreciate. Now, when the movie comes out and they do like the slightest thing different, we'll be the same ones that are bitching about it. But
Of
who
course.
cares?
Right.
Yeah, I actually played Dungeons and Dragons 2 for the first time ever at 2 games.
You did a Dungeons and Dragon, huh?
Yeah, I did. I did Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, I did 2 full games, like consecutively. I guess over the course of 2 years, the past 2 years. But yeah, I'm finally done with that. But I mean, I still have my die and stuff, so who knows? Maybe later down the road. But it was a good time. It's fun. I think everyone should try it. I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun.
It's actually just such a new, interesting experience where like you let your absolute creative juices go, which is like such a rare time or platform that you can actually like do that with your friends or with other people, that just like you're creating a story. It's just so cool.
Improv, baby. Yes, and let's go.
All day.
Yeah. All right. And most importantly, this week, John Wick is back.
Fuck yes.
I'm thinking
Yes.
I'm back.
Absolutely, man. I'm so stoked for this. I can't wait. It's just you saw some action scenes and the choreography, and God, it looks so good. I can't wait, man. I was disappointed in part 3 to a certain extent, but part 3 had its moments, man. It started pretty strong and then kind of went downhill from there. But God, I love that series, man. I love John Wick so much.
So John Wick, probably top 3 movie of all time with choreography, fight choreography.
That's fair. I don't know,
I
man.
don't know.
That's pretty fair.
Top
There's-
3 movie of all time in fight choreography.
I think the
Name-
Ong
name
Bak
two-
is probably up there, even though I've never seen an Ong Bak, but I know the choreography is insane in that.
You got to think like Ong Bak, Ip Man. There's tons of like actual martial arts movies that are. I don't get me wrong. I love it.
Okay.
It's not really hand-to-hand combat either. Like they made this thing that they call gun fu or whatever, which is a super corny ass name. But
Like Equilibrium.
Yeah.
I thought, but you take that.
Gun
See, they added guns and weaponry and murder into the universe, which makes I feel like it elevates the kung fu and the combat and the choreography. Remember that fucking scene where he is in like the knife shop and he like
of
fucking
course.
that was the best scene. That was the best
I'm not
scene ever.
telling you that this is bad. I'm just telling you that there's a lot of stuff out there that maybe you haven't been exposed to yet that you should give a shot.
That's why I asked you guys if you guys think
Yeah,
it's a
I
top
think
3
actually
fight
the
choreography.
Ip Man movies, IP Man,
Yeah.
I think they're on Netflix.
Yeah, I've never seen one of those either. There's a lot of Jackie Chan movies that are so good, man. That dude was a beast back in the day.
Mm-hmm. And Donnie Yen, who's in this, does a lot of incredible work. So let's go through the cast in this. I see some people I recognize. There's definitely a Skarsgård in there, the weirder looking one, which I think is Bill. Clancy Brown's in there. We see Lawrence Fishburne again. Obviously, some the members of the table will show up once again. I mean, just alone in this, there was New York, Berlin, Japan, Paris, just everywhere. So all they're going to do is keep throwing assassins at him, and he's going to slowly whack them in the face with fucking nunchucks. And I'm just going to be in my seat like, let's go.
This is all one continuous day too, right? Like
That's usually how they do them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like he like the last one, he like jumped off a roof, and like everyone thought he was dead or some shit, but he's just not dead because he's John fucking Wick. And then like this is like picking up like right after, pretty much. I thought like 1, 2, and 3 were all pretty much continuous.
Yeah, I think
like,
this is
really
all like
bad
very
day.
short span of time.
Yeah,
It's like the sickest week ever. Yeah.
yeah, most brutal. Can you imagine just like constantly fighting for your life for fucking 12 hours across the entire world, just like fucking get over it.
Yeah.
So now this one is he's literally fighting everybody. They
I
said
mean,
that in the trailer, like John Wick versus literally everyone.
at what
That was
point
kinda
do we
part
just
two,
say
yeah.
like, okay, there are apparently 8 billion assassins on the planet.
You, all of a sudden
Babies
you
are
just see-
assassins. That grandma over there is a fucking assassin. The guy
I'm just
with
watching.
no legs, yeah.
I'm just watching the trailer. I just see me fighting John Wick. I'm just like, what the fuck? Where
How did I
how
get
did they
here?
even get there? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how ridiculous will it get? You know, by the time like John Wick 6 comes out, will there be like the multiverse still be a thing where he has to fight himself? You know, like what's
Who
what's gonna
wins,
happen?
John Wick or John Wick?
Right? Yeah.
I can't wait for the quantum realm or whatever that one. They just go into John Wick's world, and it's just he's the biggest ultimate murderer of all time. He's taking out the entire population. We gotta get the Avengers on this guy.
He goes to heaven and fights God.
Oh
Yes.
hell yeah. At SDCC they also announced, I guess, you know, Berserker, the comic that Keanu Reeves is in. They're gonna have a anime show for 2 seasons and then a live action movie, which I'm completely stoked about. I said in the Discord, it is like Highlander and like Conan the Barbarian kind of combined. But like, you know, it takes place through a span of time. He, you know, doesn't die. He's just lives for forever, pretty much like Highlander, you know. But then, he is able to like rip people apart in half, you know. So it's gonna be like John Wick on steroids. Like it's gonna be like crazy. But he's so old now, so I don't know, man. I hope this gets made soon.
Dude, if Liam Neeson can keep fucking doing these movies, Keanu Reeves, he'll do this because Keanu Reeves is the dude who'll keep doing these movies because he knows people love them.
Right.
And that's what I love about Keanu Reeves.
For sure. I had this like the story in mind I wanted to do. Like if I was ever to like make a movie, it would be like something just extremely unnecessarily violent, you know. And it would be like I forget what my name. I think my name was like Maximum Violence or something. I forget what it was called, but it was like it was just almost like a criminal, you know, on the run, but just like almost like a car chase scene for like half the movie, but the whole entire thing is just like innocent bystanders just getting slaughtered throughout the whole entire city, you know, but like this massive slaughter, you know. So like I don't know,
like Twisted Metal.
Yeah,
and that's the story of why my parents put me in therapy.
Right? Yeah, but there's an audience for that. We hardly ever see like any crazy like rated R movies nowadays. They're always PG-13 because they're trying to make the most money out of the audience. And yeah, man. So I don't know, man. This has potential. I'm very excited for John Wick again. Can't wait, man. How long do you think this can continue on?
He'll do them for as long as they keep making money. He'll keep doing them, I think.
Yeah.
And he'll find a protege or something, or train a dog to be a murderer.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the Halle Berry dog. I hope she doesn't return though.
That was not a good part of that movie.
No. I think she was supposed to get her own spinoff too.
And then people were like, "E." We are still getting that Continental Hotel spinoff, though. I think it's a Showtime show, which
that's interesting.
I will absolutely watch.
Yeah.
It's gonna go until
Showtime boxing, but yeah.
It's gonna go until John Wick turns into that kid from Alexander and the Terrible, No Good, Very Bad Day book. Do you guys remember that one?
Vaguely. Nope. That sounds familiar.
Deep cut for somebody else. Never mind.
Deep cut.
Maybe somebody hears it.
You know, if it was like the Stinky Cheese Man, then I'd know. But
the Stinky Cheese Man, hell yeah.
John Wick.
The Stinky Cheese Man.
All right. Anything else on the trailers that I might have missed? So this is San Diego, and like they'll come out, and we'll get to them next week. And if this, by the way, if you're getting all of your news from us, you should probably do better.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Or
Jason, did I miss something?
You know, I do want to bring up the trailer again for Smile because, you know, I saw Nope in the theater yesterday, and they showed a bunch of horror trailers naturally, and that was the one trailer where everyone's like audibly gasped and jumped. You know, I was like, and everyone's like, whoa, like they want to see that. I think it was probably, you know, I don't want to give out there's a certain part of the trailer. I don't want to say where it's at in the trailer because I highly recommend everyone watch the Smile trailer. And it's to me it's all silly. I think just the premise in general is silly. Seeing people smile at you, it's ridiculous. But you know, once again, it's kind of a combo of like It Follows, you know, where it's like that something is kind of chasing you that's invisible and it's not really there, but you know, but then you're not sure what unreliable narrative. You know, it's like. It looks cool to me. I think it's a cool horror movie I haven't seen in a while. I'm sure it's going to be okay. I still have low expectations for it
because it's a horror movie.
Looks entertaining at least. So
the tension's built in the unknown, and like this
Right.
is supposed to be a smile is supposed to be safe, but there's something unsettling about it. I didn't see the
Definitely
trailer for it,
unsettling.
but that's what I'm getting from what you're saying.
Oh,
I
please
was
watch
gonna
the trailer.
say that's always interesting to me about how creepy a smile can just be, and there's some weird psychology about it and why clowns are scary too, because it's unsettling to be that happy.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's why Joker's such a good bad guy. You know, I've been like, I think if I was ever to write like a DC comic, I'd like introduce like a new character, like how James Tynion introduces like a million characters to like try to get that money, and Bendis. But like, I'd probably do like a Pagliacci, you know, kind of clown where he's like always sad, and the
but
opposite of
he's
the
the
Joker.
best.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, it's like the you know, opposite of the Joker, and he maybe wants to kill the Joker all the time. I don't know.
Do they ever introduce like the Joker's dad or anything like
No,
that?
we know nothing about the Joker except like maybe in the Killing Joke where it's like, you know, you which is
His wife, and like the
yeah, his wife
stand
and
up.
kid. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Joker father where he is like older in like the 1920s or something like that, and he's like a
An old school
crazy
gangster.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God, I had a
maybe
lot of
he's.
like hype and for the Three Jokers by Jeff Johns, but that was like nothing how it was like teased to be, and it was just such a waste. But that
So
was
is
like potential.
would that be like a big faux pas then to like try and write something about like the Joker who was like supposed to have this like very ambiguous like background or
Probably, man. It's one of those
Yeah.
untouchable things, you know. I think if it was to be released by anybody, it'd have to be like on Black Label, where it's like not continuity unless tons of people buy it and want it to be continuity.
that
So,
makes
That's what's
sense.
great about
That's
comics is you just
crazy.
retcon anything.
yeah,
But I'm surprised that hasn't been retconned. It seems so easy to like be like, this is the craziest.
They do it on
best villain
purpose
ever.
though. Like they just don't want they want everything to be a complete mystery with him.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
But like
All the
I'm
Red Hood
also
stuff. Yeah,
yeah, but also just like there's been several different iterations. There's several different writers and people that do these Jokers, you know, stuff. I just thought because of how many different variations and multiverses and bullshit that we've seen from even on the Marvel side, you think there'd be something about like the Joker's dad or family. But
yeah.
I
I was
like
checking
I
out
like
the
that it's a
I was checking
mystery
out
and everyone has that
trending
same.
the trending on Twitter yesterday, and for some reason the Batman 2 was on there, and just some reason tons of people were saying the Batman 2 so much that it was trending, and there was nothing about the Batman 2. And so people were like, why is everyone talking about the Batman 2? Like where it's supposed to be Mr. Freeze, and people made all this fan art of like, you know, a frozen Batman and all this stuff. Like, but that
It
reminds me
was
too, because I mean the Joker, you know, they're gonna make a Joker 2, which I think is weird, but okay, it's gonna be a musical with Lady Gaga.
it's a musical,
Okay.
is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Now I'm a little less happy, a little less
Folie
excited about
ado.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have zero desire to see that. But if you're gonna bring back Mr. Freeze, it has to be Arnold Schwarzenegger again.
That'd be dope. That'd be fun. That'd be
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, and you know, with Mr. Freeze being there, I think there's potential for like a killer croc because the whole entire city's flooded, so you can have like two bad guys again. You know. Yeah.
King Shark maybe too.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
go.
With Robert Funches.
Mhm.
Let's go.
I don't know. They were based. They did base this one in reality. Like, look at the Penguin.
Yeah, fuck
You
them.
know?
Who cares?
I don't think they're going to jump right into mutant crocodile slash.
They'll do what the
Right,
fucking
yeah.
audience tells
mutant
them to
fucking
do.
Shark.
Yeah.
No, I think that's why they
like.
like. That's why they like the Batman from Christian Bale's Batman. It was somewhat based in realism to a certain degree, where it's
Yeah.
not like, where it wasn't like, oh, there's a mutant freaking.
Dude, I'd love to see Mad Hatter where it make him like an incel where he's just obsessed with a girl, you know, and then also Scarface, the little ventriloquist doll. I think it'd be sick. Like any of those two would be great in the new Batman universe.
I think everybody knows those two because they're in the video games. So even
Oh,
if
are
you
they?
haven't read the comics, but yeah, Victor Freeze is such a sympathetic character because he's doing something to save the woman he loves, even though like he'll do it at any cost. It's chaotic evil or chaotic good. Like you're
Yeah.
doing what you think is the right thing to do and fuck everything else.
And they ruined it in the comics, which sucks. Like he brought his wife back, she came back, and she became Mrs. Freeze and killed him. So stupid. That's
man.
comics for you. Comics, baby.
Ironic, yeah.
Yeah.
Now she's
Whatever.
a cold-hearted bitch. No.
Did anybody else in Nope get a teaser for Oppenheimer?
Yeah, I
Yes.
did.
Yes.
It looked like it just
after
went right into it.
it's how like that was such an ego move, man, for me, because all the trailers were done. You think the movie's finally gonna come on, but no, you get an Oppenheimer trailer in IMAX or whatever. Like, like,
I
okay,
liked
dude.
it.
And they didn't really show anything.
I like that. I'm a sucker for the black and white. I'm a sucker for. I can't wait for this story.
I'm gonna see it. Yeah, for sure.
I got to fucking rant again because
Do it.
Here we go.
what I get that pisses me off more than anything is fucking Nicole Kidman before every goddamn movie trying to sell me on AMC theaters, even though I'm sitting in a fucking AMC theater. I don't need you to advertise to me. I'm fucking here. You have my money.
Did you see the first time I did not see her in front of the movie was Top Gun, the new one, and it was Tom Cruise instead. He's like, my ex-wife? No, we're not gonna have her. It's gonna be me. That was
I
the
didn't
first
even
time I
think
noticed
about
she was
that.
not present. I was like, oh my God. I didn't notice until my wife pointed out. I was like, you're right. I was like, holy cow.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I had not considered that. That's
Nicole
funny.
Kidman in that one. It was Tom Cruise. Yeah.
There's a weird. You'll enjoy this, Jason. There's a weird cult of people who are obsessed with this Nicole Kidman trailer or like this commercial or whatever the fuck it is. There's this weird contingent on the internet that's like, ooh, yes, Nicole Kidman. No, just fucking stop. There's already enough previews ahead of your movie. I'm already pissed off that your movie's starting 30 minutes after it said it was going to start.
Mm-hmm.
Cut the shit. Get to the fucking movie. All right, I'm done.
Okay, so there's one thing about this Oppenheimer movie that I will be severely disappointed in if it is the case. If they don't show a giant mushroom cloud of like the actual devastation in IMAX, I'm gonna be pissed.
Like,
Because
you mean actually like in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, or like in the testing?
I think it has to be like actual. Either one. I think they have to show. They just have to show. I think it has to be the actual bomb itself.
It's Christopher Nolan. You're definitely going to see that.
Right. Good. Because I just don't want it to be one of those like, oh, where they're just talking the whole time. Then you get like maybe one. I don't want to see just the testing. I want to see a lot more. Is what I'm saying.
Okay. So you want to see people get evaporated,
eviscerated? Yeah.
Okay.
It's in IMAX for a reason. Like that's why.
T2 eviscerated, like in the playground, just like.
Exactly.
Yeah. Looking through the fence. Yeah. Okay. Let me play it.
I guess. Sorry. On that same level, the first time I tried watching Twin Peaks was for Twin Peaks: The Return, season 3, like 20 years later after the end of season 2, potentially taking place in real time. All the characters, and there's an episode in Twin Peaks: The Return. I think it was like 4 or 6, where it was like the birth of Bob, the bad guy in the show, but it was a nuclear bomb going off. And I was like so stoned. I was like 2 feet in front of the TV, so like 2 feet in front of the TV, like big, like almost 60-inch TV, and it was like the most amazing experience an episode of TV I've ever seen. And still, like, tons of people still talk about it to this day. Like, I think it was like last week or 2 weeks ago was like the anniversary of that episode. People were like, this is like the best thing I've ever seen. And like a lot of movies don't even compare to this one episode of Twin Peaks where like the atom bomb goes off and it's like slow motion. It's just like
It's
avant-garde weird stuff after that too. It's just like such a trip. And I was like, after that, I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen, and I have to watch from the beginning. I like started watching Twin Peaks from episode 1, and like until they're releasing new episodes and like catching up at the same time, dude. It was so good. But yeah, I had to bring that up on the if you like A-bomb explosions, check out whatever episode of Twin Peaks that was. It's easy to find online.
There's just something so like, I don't know, visceral, I want to say.
Disturbing.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
it's a man-made thing that shouldn't be. It's it's a curse against God. I love it.
It's literally
like hypothetically, but not in real life.
That's what Robert Oppenheimer said after he figured it out too. It's like, oh God, what have I done?
Yeah, like that's absolutely fucked. But that's such a crazy spectacle. It's like
that's nuts. I love all the memes coming out because like the Barbie movie and stuff, and they made like a Barbie Oppenheimer poster that looks like similar, but it's all pink, and she's in there instead of him.
It was weird to hear fucking Tommy Shelby talking. It's very Peaky Blinders, but was anybody else supremely fucked up by Terminator 2 when you were a kid? Because I was.
I loved it, dude. That was the first first cassette tape I ever bought with my own money.
The nuclear explosion really fucked me up, and then I was in fifth grade. I wasn't in like fifth grade, but this fucking kid named Ben, his dad was a preacher, and we were doing some kind of presentation on some shit, and he came up and he basically went through the entire book of Revelations and was like, this is what's going to happen to us. And we're all sitting in class like,
Scared.
I didn't sleep for like weeks, dude. I was like, fuck, man.
That's horrible.
These horses are going to come and we're all going to die? But then I realized that it was all a joke.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Wow. That's sick.
Yeah, fuck you, Ben.
Father of the year every year. Yeah, Jesus.
Fuck you, Ben, and your fucking... anyways, I gotta play.
Yeah.
I gotta play a drop.
Here's some money. Go see a Star Wars.
You guys are gonna regret getting me started drinking this early.
Yep.
Are you
All
drinking your mango stuff, or what is it? The icy stuff, or
This is coffee. I've got a Bush
Oh,
Light.
okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you had
Attaboy.
these flavored Bush Lights, right? Didn't you have like flavored ones for a minute?
I think the only flavor Bush Light does is apple, and they're okay. But I don't have any shandies.
It's the natty. It's
yeah,
the
I
natty.
don't
that
have
you're
natties or
talking
Yeah,
about.
it was the natties. I was gonna get those too, but like, I feel like they give me crazy heartburn, so I cannot do it.
They
man.
do. You're good for like
They're a
3,
one-up.
and then you're like, yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe not
right.
even 3. 3 is when
Yeah.
you're like, now I've hit the limit, and I was like, oh,
That's when it's coming out.
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
All right, let's do some recommendations. I'll kick this off because I can talk about something I've been playing, which is the new DLC for Forza Horizon 5.
Hot Wheel stuff.
It's Hot Wheels, and
Yes.
the nostalgia comes to me, and it's fucking incredible. There's
Is it free?
loop-de-loops. I don't know
not
if it's
free
on
now.
Game Pass or not.
No, I think you can buy it, but it's added to your Game Pass game.
Bummer. Well, I bought the whatever season pass or whatever the fuck it's called, the full game. So I just get them when they come out. But it's been incredible. It's all new tracks, new cars, like the Hot Wheels cars, the Twin Mill, all those. Like I still have a giant book bag full of the Hot Wheels cars that I had when I was a kid, and like Matchbox cars and shit. So this speaks to me. And you've got the orange track and the the corkscrews and all that shit. It's intense and world breaking, and like obviously you're not really racing cars that much anymore, as much as you are just doing wild shit. But it's a good time.
When are you gonna bust the racetrack out for Maximilian?
We're getting there.
You think? Ooh, you're
he
close,
gets in.
huh?
So I've got the racing setup, the wheel and shit, and he'll like sit in it and turn the wheel like.
That's
so
fun.
he gets
Yeah.
it, but he's not there yet.
He's not there yet, but
No.
you're on the cusp though. You're like probably what, a couple 6 months away, maybe not even.
He's still young. We'll see, man. I don't know. He's
Right.
gonna have a wild next 6 months. He's coming home to a big boy bed when he gets home this week, and that's already gonna be a fucking nightmare.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm gonna wake up at like 5 a.m. with him standing over me on top of my bed. But anyways, Jason, you got something you can recommend?
Dude, I've been playing so many games. I was talking to Brick earlier where it's like I've been this like ADD gaming where like I'll download a bunch of games and play them all for like an hour or two each and then delete them and then like reinstall like different ones, you know? So I finally just started Medieval, the remaster version, the PS1 game, but it's like remastered on PS4 level type. It looks really good. I was surprised how good it looks. First time playing it, it's a great game. And then also downloaded Demon's Souls, which is very similar. I made a meme for Elden Ring because that's a popular one now. But yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. It's great. Stray is a fun game, man. It's great. I haven't beat it yet either. I also been working through the old God of War because I want to play the new one. There's just so much stuff coming out constantly. I usually get option paralysis and freeze up and don't know what to do and end up playing Overwatch over and over again because I'm just love playing one of the most hated characters, Bastion, because he has a turret and I love how it just vibrates in your hand. You just like annihilate everyone in front of you. So that's my comfort game is Overwatch, playing that character over and over again. But apparently in Overwatch 2, which you can play the beta of now, they changed his character, so I think he's like less powerful or something. So I'm very timid to buy it. They nerfed him, dude. Yeah, so I almost don't want to buy it and download that because it'll change my character that I'm familiar with and like so much. So
don't you get it for free if you have Overwatch 1? I thought
you do when it comes out in like December. I think in November, December. But you can buy like the new beta version for $40, but you get all these skins and stuff as an incentive for when the new game comes out. But you can play like the new versions of these characters now, apparently, if you buy this $40 package.
So that's
which
what
I've been
turns
holding
me
off
off
on.
about it. That's what turns me off about it is that it's not really like a second game almost. It's almost just like it's still the first game, just kind of different. Just kind
Yeah,
of like,
yeah. I mean, they added some characters, and there's going to be new ones apparently coming out, and new levels and stuff coming out. Like I think every month once it releases. So that's incentive. But once again, the whole reason I love playing it is that one character because you feel so powerful to shoot the turret and just annihilate everyone in front of you. So now that they're changing that, I got to start practicing with other characters and see if I still like the game or not. So I don't want to buy that $40 package to get an early release because it'll just completely overwrite the character I love. So I'm trying to enjoy him while I can, and until it comes out.
So you'd be able to play both versions of the game, right? You still have Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2 if you...
I think if you buy the new one or the new one, I think it overwrites the old one and you won't be able to go back. I'm pretty sure. I've not looked it up on Reddit or anything or any questionnaires. Like I'm pretty sure it overwrites the old one.
That'd be kind of bullshit. They're kind of taking away IP that you paid for.
Right, which is why I don't want to do it. So,
well, if they're merging those servers, I guess that would make sense that they...
But because you're on the same profile, so it's like,
So then some games, or would you only be in lobbies of Overwatch 2 characters, or would you like get a Bastion versus the Bastion who has different skill sets?
I think you're right. I think it only matches you with like the Overwatch 2.
So they delete your first but you're right. Game. That'd be bullshit if they don't have all the levels and stuff in there either, too.
Well, I think I think Overwatch 2 has all the old stuff, but like, changed to a certain degree.
I don't know what either of you were talking about.
Yeah, but also on Xbox Game Pass, I recommend smoking weed and playing my friend Peppa Pig. I haven't done it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. I already have it downloaded, but I ran out of weed, so...
My kid is obsessed with lawnmowers. Like he'll wake up in the morning and just scream lawn mow until I show him videos of lawnmowers. And on Game Pass, there's a lawn mowing simulator, and I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna have to throw him on the chair and let him try and mow the lawn.
That's also they have a power blasting game with like water.
I saw that.
Yeah. I love
man,
Xbox
whatever
Game
helps you
Pass
relax,
too,
I guess.
Yeah,
well,
no doubt.
I was about to ask Brick what he could recommend. Oh, there he is.
Well, Halo just came out with a new game mode.
Oh, man.
It's called Last Spartan Standing. And it is free for all. It's basically Battle Royale for Halo.
Yeah, they just called it something different.
But it's they finally got like a version of it for their game, and it feels very much like an arena shooter version of a Battle Royale because you get 6 lives. So there's 12 people in the big team battle maps. So they're maps that you don't normally get to play. And so it's a free for all, and the map continually shrinks. And then the better you do, the more kills you get, the better guns you get. You can upgrade your guy. But the pacing of it is very fun, and it's like quick games. It's like 12-minute games rather than and if you die, you quit right away. You join back in. It's not like you're sitting there like in PUBG where you're waiting 40 minutes for these guys to walk and run forever.
Yeah.
No, this is very like
move it along. Wrap that shit up, B.
It's quick paced. It's got good, and you also have 6 lives too, so it's not like
you're not done.
You don't get cheesed for 1 life, and then you're just like, fuck, this is brutal. But like then you get those good lives after you kind of upgrade your weapons, and you're kind of just like cruising, and then it gets smaller and more intense, and it's a lot. It's actually a lot of fun. It just came out recently, like probably last week.
I don't mean to disparage Battle Royale games because I understand that there's definitely a place for them. I mean, every game mode, Forza has a Battle Royale style mode where you can go head to head and the arena shrinks and and they're 10-minute games. Like there is absolutely value in that quick in and out stuff. So I totally get that.
It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been playing a lot of Wipeout because I'm not good at Forza. So I've just been like going really fast, like F-Zero style. I also have been watching What We Do in Shadows.
Great show.
Nice.
Catching up on that. I'm all caught up now, and it's a lot of fun.
Has anyone started Resident Evil yet?
No, I hear so many bad things that I have to watch it, but once again, I'm out of weed, so I need that to watch it. So
it's not that bad. I've only seen the first episode, and it's just characters that are really unlikable. But like once you get to the zombie apocalypse part, I'm sure it's fine. Like your main character makes an immediately very stupid fucking decision, which was almost like I'm out, because we'll get to that when we talk about Nope. But that's a way for me to be like out immediately in a horror, is like you just make the dumbest possible decision.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but like bad things about the writing, which is like I'm excited to see how bad it is. And I think that we're just gonna expect that from now on for anything because like I feel like younger people are more dumb than we already are. So
Yeah.
it's like I don't know, man.
The first thing that I thought of was the scary movie trope where I believe it was Anna Faris was like running from Scream, and then she used like a giant mace, a gun, and then like a banana, and she like chooses the banana and like runs away. Like couldn't have made the worst decision of all time. Yeah.
Maybe that's a good opportunity for us to get into our movie review.
Cool.
Let me.
Nope.
No. No.
Nope.
No? Okay.
Our movie review. Nope.
I got it. I was just waiting for the fart. Like most days. Yeah. Yeah. So nope. From the mind of Jordan Peele, written, directed, and adapted for the screen. Currently at 82% on Rotten Tomatoes, 73% from fans, looking at about a $65 million opening weekend, which is not bad for an R-rated movie in a post-COVID shutdown world. Yeah, so this is a picturesque desert-style setting, some ranches out in the country outside of LA, where Daniel Kaluuya's character and his family own a ranch that basically raises animals to be used in movies. There's a weird thing flying around, and that's probably all I can say without spoiling anything. I think maybe we will set up a spoiler session for later on in this, but before we do that, let's talk about what we thought. Jason, as our guest, I'll let you go first.
Cool. Yeah, I like Brick. I avoid seeing trailers, and I go to my wife and I go to so many movies like every weekend, mostly every weekend, for the past since COVID started. We like that's our thing is like go to the movies, and I feel like every weekend we're going to movies, and I feel like the trailers you can't help it because you're in the theater, so you see trailers, and you're like, man, I feel like the last Nope trailer like spoiled everything, and I was like, okay. I had zero expectations. I feel like everything was ruined, and I was like, okay, well, whatever. Let's just get this over with. And I was pleasantly surprised because like there's so many different genre types of horror movies out there, and this like changed from one expectation to another while I was watching it. So yeah, I liked it overall, man. Honestly, because I didn't think I was going to like it after the trailer. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's good. I know Smithers, you weren't very fond of it.
It's not that. I walked out of it just wondering what I had seen. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like
as well, yeah. I don't want to spoil anything until later on. But,
right, and I didn't necessarily dislike it. I just a lot of it I was like, why was this in there? And the biggest problem I had with it is that it could have been a lot tighter. And I am wondering if Jordan Peele is at that level of prospective movie maker where nobody wants to tell him anything, and his movies are a little bit worse off for it. I don't know. That's pure speculation, but I definitely felt like this could have been tighter by about 20 minutes at least.
Okay. Yeah. I could see that happening. I do want to say in its defense that I was entertained the whole entire time. I wasn't like on the edge of my seat, but I was like, I gotta see what happens next. Like constantly, it kept me like there. As some movies, I'll be like, okay, let's come on. But like with this one, it was like,
there were a few scenes where I looked at I wanted to see like the audience's reaction because they were like they were pretty fucked up. But at the same time, I really felt like there wasn't enough maybe tension or like there wasn't like a scare factor involved too much. I don't know. I didn't feel like there's too much. It was like there wasn't like a scary
for the first half of the movie.
Yeah,
I would say that there was no stakes really.
Right. Well,
yeah, you're right. I think my favorite part was the childhood flashbacks to the TV show. The TV show was like in the theater, man. You could hear a pin drop.
Yeah.
Like for that whole entire part, like people were so dead quiet and on the edge of their seat about what's going to happen during the whole entire TV set montage. And
yeah, that was the best part.
That was the best part for me.
And if they took that out, it would be 20 minutes shorter, and
Right.
but like
Wouldn't
that
be
was
as good at
the
all.
most. Yeah, that was the most like memorable scene. and
Well,
stuff
why
like
was
that
it there?
on TV.
Why did they do?
That's a great question. That's
It
a
added
great
nothing.
Great question. Yeah.
But
yeah.
no, it added
more
just
to the
a level
character,
of
I
just
guess.
like
Yeah.
a level of just like fucked up that the
Yeah.
movie actually desperately needed. I felt
It added more to the character that the Asian rodeo guy or whatever his name was.
Stephen
like,
Young,
Yeah, give more character to him because like his character then when he's like older is like just not really there. But you know, you understand what he went through and how he's just kind of like dealing with this PTSD from like this tragic thing that happened on set as a kid.
And someone explains why his character is the way it is and how he just like he saw that shit and was just like
He seemed awfully okay.
He seemed well adjusted for what the fuck happened. But that was one of the crazier scenes I've seen. But the other part that I thought the movie fell a little flat on was the comedy aspect. I thought it was like funny, but I think I wanted it to be funnier just because of the whole concept was like nope, no, I ain't fucking.
Everyone laughed in the theater whenever they said nope. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
but that was like the only time that people laughed. I felt. I mean,
it is a horror film,
right?
But with Jordan Peele, usually you have a lot
some levity.
There's more levity in it. Good.
That's fair.
But with the title name Nope, I just figured there was going to be more comedy involved. But again, it was still good. I still liked seeing it, but I'm going to say save it overall.
You know, I would go with that, but I think my attention overall is like it is a save it type movie, but I think if you were to see it, you have to see it in theater to get the biggest impact on you because it is not going to have the same impact at all at home on TV. That's the only reason I'd say see it. Overall, it is maybe like a 7.5 out of 10, 7.10, 7 out of 10. I don't know.
Okay.
But like, God, man, you know, there's some moments in that it was great. But, you know, I like to Get Out good enough, but like, I didn't think it was the best thing that everyone was hyping up to be. So maybe I was like too overhyped when I saw that. And then Us, I didn't see Us because it was spoiled for me. So I still haven't seen that. And then this one. Yeah, people like Us, but people usually like Get Out more than Us is what I hear mostly.
I did like Get Out more than Us, yeah.
I thought Get Out was like, okay. But then this one I think I enjoyed more and was more entertained than Get Out. So I might say this might be his best work. That might be controversial and uninformed because I didn't see Us. So, you know, in my experience, this might be his best work.
I do agree with you where I was pretty much entertained the whole time, I would say. At least I don't know if I would be a second time around,
right?
But the first time around, I was engaged, and it was. But again, it was maybe 10 minutes too long.
I don't think there's any rewatch value to this.
No, I think
there's no rewatch value.
Man, you know, you're right. I'm sure I'll say more once we get into spoiler territory, but you know. Okay, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna wait, but I will say see it.
Do we even want to go to? Do we want to go to spoilers?
I kind of want to.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
I kind of want to.
I guess
I'm gonna say save it. Just it's beautifully shot, beautifully done. It just really needed to be trimmed down. And the first act, I get you got to do a lot of setup there. It really dragged, and I don't agree that I was entertained the entire time. I think the setup was too long. And Keke Palmer's character was so fucking annoying.
I can see it. I can see people saying that she'd be either really annoying or really charismatic. And
so if you're either a Daniel Kaluuya or you're a Keke Palmer, I'm a Daniel Kaluuya. Brick, you are a Keke Palmer.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think she's very charismatic. She was overacting on lots of parts of the movie unnecessarily, but for the most part, I was like, oh, she's kind of fun and you know, kitschy. And she wore the Jesus Lizard shirt, which I thought was awesome. I love that band. You know, they were like the precursor to Nirvana and grunge. And they're still around today. And I like that band a lot. So I was like, oh, that's cool. The Jesus Lizard shirt. Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Let's venture into spoiler territory here. So if you're watching on the live stream, you have been warned. I'm going to throw this up on on the stream here, but spoilers for Nope from this point forward. We'll try and keep it short. So there's our spoiler warning. All right, Jason, you were holding back.
I was gonna say, tell me your beef, man. I want to hear this.
It just doesn't feel like that much of a threat. It's another scenario where you can just leave the area, like sell your ranch and let Steven Yeun get eaten and fuck off. Who cares? Go be a millionaire somewhere.
They even said it was territorial, and the reason I said it changed genre is because it went from like an alien movie where you expected to be aliens. The first trailer was like, "Is it aliens?" And then the second trailer was like, "It's aliens." And I'm like, okay, well that ruined everything for me. And
huge
then
disservice.
This one's like, no, it's not aliens. It's a monster in the sky. I'm like, oh, that's cool. It just looks like a UFO, but it's a monster. I love monster movies. So like, I think this is fun just being a creature feature. Like, that's cool. Like just thinking about like that. Yeah. Like, if you're going to watch like a marathon of movies of like monster movies, I'd throw it in there. I'd see Nope again just because it's a monster movie. But as alone by itself, like I'm going to see Nope. No, not going to happen. But if you're going to watch some of them in a row, I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll throw Nope in there. But and it was a weird butthole alien, it
was very butthole
or whatever. But like, what made it my beef with it is like it changed to like a weird kite parachute jellyfish monster at the end, which like that would have happened before. So why didn't we see that before? Like like all the things, like all the
why
it
did
had
it
so much
shape
opportunity
shift?
for it to change body before. So like, why is it doing it now at the end?
And why is it flashing weird green squares?
Yeah, that square thing, like a jelly. Yeah, that was
so much about this movie just isn't
like,
explained.
No, it's just the type of creature it is that just does that. Yeah, I mean, we've seen like different animals do that in nature, so I kind of like that. But
I don't know. Did you want to make it look creepier? Because I feel like he didn't make it look creepier.
I would have rather it stay a UFO shape. And that's it.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. I don't think it needs.
This isn't even my final form.
Right.
Yeah, like why?
And when you make it, and when it's that big, other people are gonna fucking see it anyway, right? I mean, you see a cloud from miles and miles and miles away. You see a giant ass alien thing that's just like, bigger than a. Yeah, that part was a little. Yeah, whatever.
I mean, I guess like good parts of it are unnecessary. Like you brought up, the whole entire childhood TV show monkey scene is unnecessary. You're right, but that was like the best part of the movie,
dude. That was really a butt clenching scene when young Steven Yeun is hiding under the table.
The balloons popping,
and he's about to fist bump the monkey. Oh god, it was dead.
The girl
fucking
lived too after getting her face like eaten off. She's like in a mess. Like, oh my god.
My theater was dead fucking quiet, and they did a brilliant job of setting the feeling there, the dead silence of what it would be like. You hear the lights burning and nothing else. So I have no qualms with the way this movie was shot, produced, directed. I thought all that was brilliant.
Yes.
We didn't really talk about some of our supporting cast. Brandon Perea, who is the Fry's electrician, whatever.
He was pretty funny.
Tech, and Michael Wincott, who I thought I would have loved to see more about this crazy filmographer who has the deepest voice, clearly just smoked 100 cigarettes.
They got him just to do the little tale, or what was that? What are those called? Not wives' tale, but
the narrative he does.
The voiceover.
There's like a ring around the rosy or some shit like that. You know what I mean? What it was like?
Right.
It was the Purple People Eaters song.
One.
Yeah.
It took me a second to recognize that dude, and he is. I didn't look it up, but I was like, that is the guy from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, the cousin that. What is it? Snake or whatever from Harry Potter, the bad guy, or not the bad guy, but like the one you think is the bad guy,
Snape,
the one that died recently, Snape or whatever. So in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, he's like the bad guy. His cousin, the second man in charge, he like stabs him to death, and I was like, that guy looks so familiar. That is him from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I haven't seen him in forever.
That is a very deep cut. I cannot follow you down this rabbit hole.
Dude, yeah. Please don't watch Prince of Thieves, but Robin
Guy
Hood,
of Gisborne,
Costner. But that is a great role. But that is that dude from there, and God, his voice is so good, man. It's
Guy of Gisborne. That's the guy's name.
I could listen to him all day, man. Have him narrate children's stories and make them scary, and people will download them.
Yeah, he's I hope he doesn't get emphysema, because you don't get a voice like that without just burning one every 3 minutes.
He even went like every now and then.
Yes, very much so.
That
Stephen
that
Yeun.
movie, hey, let me get back real quick. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves had Kevin Costner, Morgan
Yep.
Freeman, Alan Rickman in it.
Yep.
Hilarious.
Alan
Okay.
Rickman, yeah. Dude,
That's
check
the
out that soundtrack. It was Michael Bolton and God, another Canada, Bryan Adams, I think, duet.
God, that's like when
I
you
think it
think
might-
back to fucking 90s Batman and Kiss from a Rose from Seal.
Right.
Like, what was that
yes.
song doing, that beautiful fucking song doing in this movie from Michael Schumacher?
Such a moving song.
Michael
yeah.
Schumacher. What's his fucking name? Schumacher.
Tim
Not the
Burton.
race car
Tim
driver,
Burton.
anyways.
John Schumacher.
Yeah, so Stephen Yeun was really fucking well adjusted for watching a monkey murder a lot of people as a child.
Well, he gave him Nux afterwards.
Well, he tried to. That might have been the most scarring experience of the whole fucking
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I really just don't like. I get that you're making reference to the fact that animals could fucking snap and kill us at any time, I guess.
Right.
But other than being
No,
an
you're right.
actual visceral
That's the point.
scene,
I mean, it was very relevant to the monster because it showed the relationship between a human and a creature, and how don't look them in the eyes, look down. You know that it relates to the monster. You know, it's like a predator
trainer.
being around prey and how to interact with it. It's almost like, what if a bear comes out of like in your front door? Like, what do you do?
shit my pants.
It's like, are you
I
gonna
shit my
like?
pants.
Yeah, you can't run away. You know, you can't like look it in the eye. You can't like. I mean, I guess people say the thing to do with a bear attack apparently is like to make yourself look big and make a lot of noise. So like, kind of gets weirded out like a peacock or something. But like, that's a very last minute kind of thing, man. Like, good luck.
Yeah.
But like that's how I guess the children's the TV show thing related to the movie. But yeah, so that's why it was there. It
It's
wasn't there
very
movie.
fucking weird. All right, that's
Yeah.
I don't know. It will not leave my memory for quite some time. We'll leave it at that.
I will say, looking up at the skies afterwards was like, I was like, oh, that cloud's pretty fucking sketchy. You know, I don't know. After I got
love
that, so that did make me feel like that once I came out of the theater, because it was a weirdly cloudy day for Colorado. And I was just like, there's some weird ass.
I love when they fast forward to the security footage. There's one cloud not moving. It's everything else is like going fast, like time lapse, and you're like one cloud's there. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
And then director guy shows up and immediately notices it, and he's like, "What? You
Yeah.
guys didn't fucking see this?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm talking myself into a better rating, but I can't do it. There were a lot of points of this movie that I actually enjoyed. It just felt like it could have been that he left something on the table here.
Jordan Peele brings a certain level that you want it to be. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to live up to your personal level, but like with that name attached to these type of movies, you're like, it has the potential to be fucking amazing, because you're like, oh, I can't wait to see what this guy does, because he's creative and funny and weird. But like, again, it's not going to meet up. It was good. It was, again, I am trying to convince it to be a better rating too, but I just can't do it either. I agree.
But he always will get extra points for going out there and trying to do an original idea, which I will always appreciate, even if your monster changes scale and size many times for no apparent reason with zero explanation. Yeah, it's a monster movie, and I appreciate that someone is still out there going to do it, and I'm glad that I paid $15 to support it.
Same.
Yeah, I enjoyed my time in the theater, and I think if you're going to watch it, go and see it in the theater, because once you're seeing it on the TV, it's going to lower your rating exponentially. You know, if I saw this on TV, I'd be like, ugh, no. But if you see it in the theater, I'm like, that was kind of fun. You know, so I don't know, man. That's where my see it, save it thing goes, man. So I'll say see it, man.
All right,
the theater. But if you can't afford it, yeah, I mean, might as well. If you don't care, go ahead and save it. You know,
this might be an HBO
monster.
in 6 months or something. Who knows?
Right? Yeah, no doubt.
All right, so that's going to wrap up episode 302. Jason, thanks so much for hopping on. I'll give you one more chance to plug any socials or anything like that.
Yeah, I do want to plug you guys' Discord and your Patreon. Please do that, because you can be a fan and end up on the show like me, your dreams can come true.
All that needed to happen is that I needed to be dragged into a dumb business deal with you. And
yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man. I'm available every weekend. So if you need a fill-in for whatever reason, I'm always here, dude. No problem, man.
We appreciate
everything and do everything. So
Absolutely,
it's like, yeah, I'm a complete idiot that loves fun. So I do want to plug in. I guess plug my biggest Instagram is slow heavy metal music playing. It's just random pictures of nonsense with a subtitle, like a sound on the bottom. It says slow heavy metal music playing. Now they're paying you for reels, so I'm getting paid for reels. I'm trying to make more of those. Now Facebook is paying too, so I'm trying to make more stuff on Facebook. I have a lot of pages on there, so a lot to go through. But yeah, thanks again for having me, man. It's a good time, and I'd love to do it again if you ever want to have me. So
we appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Next week, I know that The Gray Man came out on Netflix. I don't know what else is coming out, but we always have that to fall back on.
I just started last night, and I think my only beef with that show is like how convenient the things are for like Ryan Gosling. Like he's fighting on an airplane and he needs a parachute. There's a parachute right next to him. He takes off.
You don't understand. He's really, really handsome.
So I don't know.
Things just appear for him.
I like Ryan Gosling, but like I'm not a part of the Ryan Gosling as handsome fan. I think he's more fun and charismatic, normal guy fun, and not like good looking fun, as some people think. But
fair enough.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty good. I like Chris Evans. I like to pretend he's Hydra Cap. He's like bad guy Captain America the whole entire film in my mind. Lore. That's kind of
fun
for me.
My mind lore.
Mind lore.
I love it. My mind lore.
It's another man that I will allow to kiss me. Anyways, you can find us on all social media platforms at the Chumpcast. You can call or text us at 847-920-6107. And until next time,
Chumps out, motherfucker.
Peace. I want to buy more statues.
Ciao.